What's up, everybody? We are 19 weeks out now from the Romania Pro. This is for our 2022 prep. Both of us competing in Wellness 212. It's all out there in Romania, so that was the show choice for us. So this will be the start of our prep log for everybody, just taking you through the entire journey of us together to Romania. We picked the show because, for me, the last show this season in the U.S. is Texas, which Texas is in August. Then we have, it's like 14, 15 weeks all the way to Olympia from there, if I was to qualify, which is a really tough timeline. It's not a time to like reverse and post show and have some growth happen, then diet back down. It's just not the best timeline. Ideally, you want to be ready, then hit a show 2-3 weeks later, which Romania gave me that timeline, and also just gave me more time in the off season, which after having a long contest prep season for 2021, I wanted. So gave me the right timeline, and then I also heard the Romania show is really cool. Has a great athlete experience. The show's well done. So that is our plan. And I was like, Renee, take it away. So, and then like for Renee's timeline, it gave her the same off-season duration, and also we can prep together. And then there's like another show she can do afterwards, which would be the Hawaii Pro, which is cool because...
You said that really good, by the way.
Thank you.
He's been practicing.
Yeah, so it'd be cool for her to go back to the home state and try to get the Hawaii title being Hawaiian.
Yeah, it would be really cool to go back home and compete in my home state. So I'm actually super excited about that. Excited for Romania too, but really excited for that one.
And then we have some of our best friends, Ashley and Mike Lekimowski. She's a figure pro, so they're going to travel with us. So it'll be a fun experience either way. Do that show, but yeah, we've already started dieting. We both have actually had a pretty good weight drop this past week. Starting off the initial prep, I wanted to be pretty aggressive and pulled food down. To where we can, I ended up dropping like 4 pounds the first week. I think you actually did too, right?
I almost 5 pounds.
Almost 5 pounds, yeah. Okay. I really push fat loss fast off the initial prep when you have the best ability to retain tissue, and you have also the most percentage of body fat to lose in that time. Then at the tail end of prep, we can slow down fat loss, and when you also have the greatest potential for muscle loss to happen, and you can increase food and lower the deficit slightly. So that's at least the initial thought of how we will initiate a prep, to have that 1.5 to 2% weight loss off the front end. And what that looked like was it was some food pulling. We came back from our vacation and also just wanted to get more regimented, so we're both doing cardio in the morning, fasted for 20 minutes. We can do it together, so that was one thing. We're trying to keep this kind of routine together. So it was some food pull, some cardio put in place, and that's what really made up the deficit. At least for me now, I'm also having my PEDs are escalating up, so which also is, I also have the greatest ability to retain tissue now, so I won't need higher dosages than, at least for Renee. There's nothing in place in that regard. I do implement clenbuterol initially for her, as it also has some muscle retention capacity, but also is zero risk for virilization for females. So it helps her initiate fat loss in the front end of prep, and I can always toggle it out or back in later on. But anyway, we're in front of the Muscle Factory. We're going to be getting into our session today. Guess what Renee's training?
Legs, of course.
Yeah.
I'm actually training legs 4 times a week now because he's a psychopath and wants me to train my legs 4 times a week.
Yeah, there wasn't any rationale behind it, because just trying to be really mean. No, her session duration was pretty long, training it 3 days a week, so I kind of consolidated for one exercises and then spread them out over 4 days to where it's like two leg days, kind of balanced, and then one hamstring day, one quad day. So the sessions are shorter and should manage fatigue as well. And then for my sessions, I moved to just doing push pull legs off. I had only one leg day, which was pretty scaled back in volume, and wanted to bring volume up to have the retention needed, but I didn't want it all in one like burying day. So having today will be I do side delts, biceps, and then will be a leg curl and a leg press. And my other day,
that sounds so random.
I know it does sound weird. It's like, well, I have like, well, I'll talk in the session about it. How about that? So anyway, that's my session day. So we'll jump into it and get started. So I know in the car I said I had a lateral raise today. It's not. It's a rear delt fly. So rear delt isolation. I superset that with a bicep curl. I'll be doing a concentration curl. So we just got in the prime rear delt fly, which it's a nice piece. I can lean into the chest support, keep a pronated grip, and I'm thinking about pushing out towards the wall as I'm pulling these apart. Then the concentration curl, I do single arm. I like the concentration curl because I can position my arm to let off a little bit at the top when the biceps are harder to get short. And I'll do 4 sets on these, keeping the rep range 10 to 15 reps, normal rest periods. Normally on the end of pull day I do them, but that quality of volume is a little bit lower, so throw them on the front of legs. It's easy, it's not taxing. I can superset them going back and forth and keep the quality really high as I move into prep. All right, so moving on to a prime lying leg curl. So I'll do the lying leg curl on this day. My other leg day will be a seated leg curl. So thought process there is on the seated day. I then move to a squat that is lower back loaded. Today I'll move to a leg press, so it's more externally braced. The leg curl, just 3 sets here, 10 to 15 reps. On the prime leg curl, I'll only load the middle and top peg. That way I load 50-50, so half up top, half in the middle. So it's slightly biased more to the lengthen, but not completely. So obviously in the lying leg curl, you reach a point where you have a hard time shorting the muscle, so to overload at the top is not what you'd want. It's still kind of more mid-range and lengthen. It's the advantage here with using a prime for a lying leg curl. So hit these and move on to leg press. All right, got my 3 sets of leg curls done onto leg press, so staying still. I keep these starting at like 15 reps, and I just stay with the same load and let the reps drop with the subsequent sets just from fatigue happening. So big keys in these, just getting as much full range of motion as you can at the knee, and stance with toe position, that all is dictated by being able to get into that bottom position. I overshot my rep target a little bit on the leg press on the first set, no big deal. I will increase load next session just because I don't want this to turn into a endurance workout and it gets more fatiguing leading into those higher rep targets. So make that adjustment next time. For my last exercise today, I'll do a calf raise on the leg press. For one, I'm already there, so it makes it really, really easy. Not another setup. And I'll do 4 sets here, 10 to 15 reps, just adjusting the load. Usually I'll stay with this 400 pounds and just let the reps drop with each set. And that will wrap up my leg day / rear delt bicep day. All right, so Renee and I are back from the gym. One more meal left, almost bedtime. I'm heading out tomorrow to Universe. I have some clients competing out there, so I prep on the road. It's kind of early in prep, it's not as big of a deal, but regardless, like, have to stay on track here. For packing foods, like, I want to be easy, so I have like my one check-on bag, but still like I promise it's protein powder, double bagged. Just bring like a thing of oats with me. I don't like shopping out there if I don't have to, just for convenience. my travel size mustard and ketchup. Instead of like peanut butter weighing that out, I'll just bring nuts. I'll weigh them out in one total bag for the day and just eat them throughout my meals. Do like travel packs of my pre-workout, like Animal Fury, make that really easy. Then even for like my daily supplements, I just put them in bags. So I can, I know the pills, so I'll divide them out when I'm actually out there. And then what will also go on this check-on bag will be like my bag of meat. Like I have a freezer bag, and I'll put in just like shredded chicken just in one bag, and I'll weigh it out there. Sometimes I divvy it out into portions. This time I won't. And then I'll also put just like my frozen veggies in that bag too to keep everything cool. And then I'll have a bag of rice that I'll take. So it'll make it really easy. Just chicken, rice, veggies, nuts. For some meals, I'll have oats and whey. For some other meals, not a huge variety, but for 5 days that I'm out, it makes it easy. Then on the plane, so if you're like, how do I take my eggs on the plane, or how do I eat my oatmeal on the plane, because you can't take your oatmeal through TSA. So I'll, obviously you can cook your eggs. I just cook them the night before because I have an early flight. And then for my oats, the easy thing to do is grind your oats into a powder. And I just put my whey, oat powder, put some baking soda in. This also has some pumpkin in it too. And just microwave it, and it'll turn into like a dense like protein cake. So you could walk through TSA with this, still have your oats, not worry about how I cook them or heat them up on the other end. So that'll be my travel for this week. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for tuning in. That's 19 weeks out for us. Let us know any questions you have for Renee. Because Renee has to talk in the videos, and I am such the talker.
Yeah, but you're so good at it.
So just good at talking. So ask Renee a prep specific question, and she will answer it for you in the next video. So leave those below. And again, thanks for tuning in. If you want physique education and learn how to do bodybuilding, anything wellness to an elevated level of your coaching, J3university.com. That's our site. Talk to you all next time.